Okay, so hi guys. After the shower and after washing our hair, we let it dry for a bit, and then we're going to go in with our Carol's Daughter Goddess Strength oil. This one is a 7 oil blend hair and scalp oil for weak breakage and breakage prone hair with castor oil and black cumin seed. I don't use too much of this because I like to use this while it's in style. The majority of the oiling is going to come from this extra dark Jamaican black castor oil. I just put this one in for like a little extra nutrients that the castor oil doesn't necessarily give it. Okay, so got the majority of it out, but with locks, like, that's just how it happens. So basically we're gonna put the black castor oil on first. I kind of just use like, oh wait, can you see me? Can you see this? Okay, great. I kind of just use, oh, you can't see it, a lot. I do use a lot, and I just like rub it together. So kind of like that, and then I just go in and I make sure it's all over my hair, all in the scalp area. And kind of just move it in that way, and then if I feel like the back hasn't gotten enough, then I'll just use a little bit more and like just directly work it into my wet hair, because it gives it that moisture while it's still in like a style. And then I go in and I do the same thing with this oil, and I just pour it in my hand. And this one, I don't really care how much my hair gets, because it's gonna get some at some point. So I just go in and kind of just like, just make sure I'm scrunching. And the scrunch is really just so like my locks can soak it up, not because I think I'm gonna get like curls somewhere out of it, but yeah. So as you can see, like, they're babies, they're baby locks right now. Budding and having fun in there. But now is the fun part, I guess. It's where we put it up in one. So I kind of section off my hair based on the parts. So I'll grab my elastic band real quick. So really, the person who started off my hair, they did a really good job with the parts. So you kind of can tell, or I can actually feel it, like right there. And so then I just put the rest of my hair up in a bun, and I start with these 4 right there. And I'll show you guys the products that I use to retwist my hair. So basically, I use like the regular stuff that everyone else uses, I'll say. I use the Shine and Jam. I don't know if a lot of people use this, but I use the Shine and Jam because it just gives a better hold. I don't know if you can see like the consistency, but I'll show you. But it just like, it gives a better hold to the lock, in my opinion. They use it for like braiding hair and all that stuff. And then if I feel like the hold still isn't good, and also for my edges, I use the True Edge controller. And it's a little bit thicker than the Shine and Jam. And then I go in with the Jamaican Mango and Lime Resistant Formula Locking Gel with Moringa Seed Oil and Manuka Honey, which this one is definitely like a looser consistency, if you can tell, to like, it's not as thick, which I don't like because I feel like it should be thicker. But I bought it because everyone raved about it. But it's not like a jelly consistency, but I do put it on as like the base, and then I put the Shine and Jam on it, and then I do that. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna show you how I usually do it. I have the gel in my hands, and basically just comb it down, so you can see like where it's going or whatever else you want to call it. But usually at this point I've already forgotten like which way. Like I try to get all the hairs on the side, and then I'll go in and I do my little loop-de-loop and pour. And my shoes are all looking good. And I usually do like the sides like just as neat as possible, because I don't know, you just never know. And then I grab my clip that I left over there by the mirror, put it in the other this direction so that I can use the clip for like multiple locks. Okay guys, so basically I did exactly what I did with that one lock. And here it is. And then there we go. So you guys can see like the full spin picture. Like I said, they're kind of like budding and new, so I'm very confused all the time on like what exactly it should look like. When I first did my first set of locks, it was a lot easier because my hair was shorter, but now these are like driving me freaking crazy. Okay, so we took out the pins. As y'all can see, like I'm not as anxious anymore, but there are still some like that are in like that budding phase, but I'm worried about like this one. I'm very worried about that one. Or like this one, very worried about that one. Let me know down in the comments like how do you fix those puffy areas, and if you don't fix them and you just let them be, then okay. But I'm gonna go in and now style my hair so that I don't have to deal with it for the rest of the day. Okay, so basically what I do is I split the back of my head into halves, and then I section off one side so that I can easily access the other half. And so after I'm done sectioning off, I kind of get a look and a gist for what I have to do. And then basically I just go one lock to the other, maintaining the twist as tight but not as straining as possible. And I keep doing that over and over again while I make a twist. The key thing about this style is making sure to wrap the hair around securely so that there won't be any loose spots while you are retwisting your hair, as well as so that it can stay in as long as possible, because when you do lock styles you really just want your hair to stay as long as possible in that style. And so basically I work my way all the way to the midsection, which is kind of where it gets hard for me because I can't really see anything. And so like you can adjust as you go as well, which I advise, because sometimes you have to keep, like one time like I missed a lock right there, so I had to like put that in there and make sure that I secure it with the outer lying lock, just so that the style can be maintained easier. And just keep doing like frequent checks as well, making sure that the root is still retwisted while you do it. And basically, yeah, that makes it a lot easier as you go down to keep it going. I am so in concentration mode right now. Okay, so now the style that I wanted to do in the back was two-strand twists. And so basically how this works is you just twist straight down and then you put a rubber band on it, and it's really nice and simple, nothing too crazy. But usually my hair jumbles up, so I have to put a clip at the bottom to keep it straight. If you have 4C hair, you get it. But it's just like doing a regular two-strand twist. Now it's time to conquer the other side, which is not more difficult, but when starting the first part, which is where like my bangs are, I separate that part from the back because I always want to make sure that I make the twist secure in the front with a rubber band, and then I cover the rubber band with other locks. As you can see here, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm like which twist I'm going to do first, how is it going to look, and then I immediately start twisting to see how exactly I want it to look. I also don't like the front of my hair to be too bulky, so I try to get it as tight as possible, but other than that, it usually turns out very neat because you can see the twist better in the front, and you just do the same thing that you did on the same side, which is make sure the twists are tight, and after you do that, it should be good. Now, due to the fact that I dyed my hair, it is a little confusing when you see like my roots extra thin and then you see like this beautiful blonde popping out, but see there, I secure that twist with a rubber band, and then I get into doing the back, which is so much easier when it's secured. And then as I go, I also secure the back with a rubber band, and done. We have a beautiful two-way twist, and then I go in with the oils like I mentioned earlier, and just make sure that all of those places that were a little tight or a little strained has some nutrients so that they'll be okay when I put the do-rag on. Definitely get those edges because I have very weak edges, so I always have to make sure that I extra oil up the sides. And there you go. Okay, y'all, that is it. Those are the final touches. I didn't do my edges because it's a Saturday and I really don't have anywhere to go, so I just decided to leave it and oil it. And I did my little two back twists. I did mess up like here, like on this side, because I completely, like I thought I got it down the middle, but I did not. So that was like one downfall, I would say, in terms of doing this style. But this is my go-to lock style, especially since like I'm starting off again, because I always had locks. I had locks for like 3 years or so. I basically had locks for like 3 years or so, and I took them out because I was having some identity issues. And then here I am again doing it because, you know, I love my locks. I love them a lot. So give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.